Welcome back to the pack, guys, and welcome to the finale of week 76 of Arena and the Arena Chronicles. So, no logins, I believe, not till tomorrow or the day after. I wasn't paying too much attention. But we got our matches. Aside from matches, we got most of the important stuff, I guess. And then we, caved, and desperation calls for other stuff here. Obviously, we're not going to dig very deep, or if at all, into those gold stacks. It just is what it is, I'm afraid. Yep. Definitely not digging into that shop. What a useless shop to bait, new players into. Sup, Sebastian? How's it going, man? Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Had a bit of night pack, but we have a little bit of a relief match here. Should be able to auto, no problem. Should be able to. But you never know. Nothing. Just the helmet and the stamina. And then I'm picking up very few things, avoiding bottleneck stuff. I'm kind of desperate for some resources. So I did that. But I'm avoiding others on purpose. It's just, a lot of it's not worth it, unfortunately. So, really not much to do there. I mean, you could buy, I think the thing that is the most efficient that you could... No, I didn't grab any of the tomes. They were way too expensive. Way too expensive. If I was to grab tomes, it would probably be the A-rank typeless. Maybe. But they're just... It's too expensive. It's... They're reasonable. I did grab the question mark, the mystery family crystals, because that seems to be a bottleneck for me a lot of the time. I have way too many spheres for that in the heroes. You like squash? Yeah, I love squash. I like squash soup. I like grilled squash. I like fried squash. I like squash and butter. And yeah, I treat it like I would treat eggplant, or zucchini or something. A lot of different ways I could cook it. You could do brown sugar cinnamon. Some people like that. Oh, yeah, plenty. Oh, you didn't see my matches yesterday? It was like 4 in the morning when I did them. What about curry? I like not so spicy curries. I like the... I'm vanilla when it comes to curry. I like Japanese style curry, where it's like a gravy kind of, like a thick... What happened? Oh, I was just doing a night pack. Yeah, I was just being night pack. Just streaming away. Forgot to do my matches, and was just doing my matches. Complicated week, so haven't had a lot of time. Now this looks like nightmare fuel. Oh well. Oh well. Look at this team. I would just die. Your options are death. Ask you a food, maybe you like it. I don't know, man. I'm not good with coming up with things like that. It's just like, I don't know, you like kebabs? Kebab, as we would say in Armenian, kebab. You like beef kebab? We make a lot of beef kebab here in America, but when I went to Armenia, that was the best kebab I've ever had. It was all of it. Anywhere you go in Armenia, it was like maybe a little bit of minced onion or something, but it was mostly like chicken with lard. And I know that sounds bad, but it's so damn good. Oh, it was so good. Oh my gosh. That was the best goddamn kebab I've ever had. Oh, man. Go for some more kebab. Let's just run in ill prepared and see what we could do. Let's not change anything. I'm not having a perfect week, so let's rely on our match skills instead of our units here. Maybe it's a nice setup. Okay, okay. So they got our boy all the way on that side. Someone's taking. You liking Hargon? Yeah, I love Hargon. He's great. Absolutely. I've been having a lot of fun with him so far. Man, I wish I grabbed the shield for... Oh, he does. He has a nullifies damage 1 turn. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. I could only hide 2 units. I think those are the best units to hide. When awake, fully bloomed. This guy, Hargon, is one awake. I wish he was full. Yeah, he's fully bloomed. I could probably put a few more talent points into a lot of his nodes, but he's fully bloomed for the most part. Yeah, he has everything. I just need to spec up his nodes a little. Just a little. Sorrow can't really do much. Oh, he could just run back. Okay, there we go. That solves that problem. It's like, what is it gonna do? Okay. We're good. We're good. I'm happy about that. Yeah, his agility is pretty flexible. You could give him a lot or a little. Do what you want, really. He's pretty flexible in that regard. Let's put you here. I guess he could choose one or the other rather than hitting both of their shields off. And then, you know, Sorrow can run back. I love, yeah, Seaweed's good. Seaweed's good. Yeah. Well, if it's fried, yeah, it's pretty crunchy. If you have it in soup, it's pretty soft and soggy. And almost like a jello-ish kind of texture. Where do I put this on? Since you're just on the front line anyway. Oh, you're faster than... What? I thought you were second to go. Huh, I was not paying attention. I definitely was not paying attention, was I? Oh boy. Well, I do not want to get hit by Bianca. So I can't really do too much here. I'm just going to wait right there. I'd love to hit her, but I really can't yet. So I'm going to have to wait. Oh, I did not notice that. Oh my god. Bad pack. Can I survive Zam? We'll have to. We'll have to survive. I have no choice. Are you zap resistant? Zap whoosh? Yeah. You'll be fine against her then. Fairy light. Hargon. Yeah, Hargon will hit those two just fine. How am I killing this guy? He's resistant to what? Whoosh? Zam? Oh, not whoosh. Maybe I could kill him. Okay. So maybe I kill Jade. She shouldn't be able to hit Murdaugh that hard. Yeah, I'm just having fun. He has a lot of defense. He has half res, so he would be okay. It's more. Hmm. Hmm. I. Whoosh would kill Corvus. I think the whoosh would kill Corvus. The Zam. I don't know how hard the Zam's hitting Bianca and whatnot. Because Hargon doesn't really get boosts or anything. I don't think Bianca's dying, for one thing. Yeah, she's pretty meaty here. Guess I gotta kill. I don't know, man. Well, I'm losing units, but may as well have fun in the meantime. So here's the thing. I could kill with her, or I could kill with Hargon. But Hargon doesn't have anything. Oh, Hargon has the bang. I forgot about that. Yeah, Hargon has bang. I should be okay. What about you? You're weak to Frizz. Frizz. Oof. Definitely weak to Frizz. 1, 2, 3. What about you? You are resistant to stuff. Bianca. Hopefully she's dead. I don't know if she is, though, but I assume she's dead. I'm gonna assume she's dead. Just for my own consciousness sake. Yeah. But it's not a problem moving Hargon forward anyway. Murdaugh dies, right? Murdaugh? He could. He could die. That's so weak. I don't have it maxed, I think that's... No, I do have it maxed. I don't have any, Man, that's so close. Crit. Damn it. I even boosted his wisdom. He still couldn't kill me. Calculated. Oh, look at that. Calculated, guys. Calculate. Telling you guys, you need to trust the process. Trust the process here. Yeah. Completely expected, of course. I'm the pack. I'm the pack, guys. What do you expect? This is just what it is. See, Pack is a math wizard that runs his maths faster than Sebastian does.
There's definitely some interesting critters. I like the flying worm.
This is why I'm the calculator in the guild, guys. This is the reason. I do everything by myself. Always have. Always have.
It's okay. If I can figure out how to get.
Alright, what is this bucket?
I'm gonna show you the weirdest and silliest animal.
Imagine if I was having a perfect week and this was my bucket to finish things off. I mean, this one's easy, but the rest was silly. Look at this wise ass here. I mean, wise axe. What a wise axe. The trusty calculator? You're welcome. That was me, right? I am the guild calculator. Everyone knows this. I'm pretty sure Shark Eye made one. I don't know what happened to it, though. I haven't heard it being brought up once during GVG. And that's why I'm crazy.
Oh, the little access hole that I made just to figure out where the hell I was?
No, I know. I know what you mean. I'm just... I'm thinking about the calculator that Shark Eye made. Kind of confused why we're not using it. I think it's international. Texas Instrument. That's what TI stands for. They're a chip manufacturer. They manufacture chips. They do audio chips. They do calculator chips. They do little tiny ARM processors, I think. You what? Were you in France when you got that as a present, or were you in Portugal? Because that's interesting. I'll say why in just a second. But were you in France or Portugal back then? France. What's the average GDP in France? The average household income per year? Or like, I thought somebody said that their family were Portuguese, but they lived in France. I thought, wasn't you? So you're ethnically French too? Your mom's family is Portuguese. Okay. I'm not too mixed up. Just a little confused. Alright, so we're gonna remove you. And we're gonna bring you, and we're still not gonna use Dole because we don't give a shit. But yeah, why is a calculator a birthday gift? I mean, my family was poor growing up
I'll
too,
probably have
but
to.
that's like third world country kind of poor. What's going on, man?
I don't have much sulfide yet. Yeah, I'll probably be ready real soon.
To be honest, I never got my own calculator. My sister got a calculator, my brother got a calculator, and I ended up getting theirs.
And fortunately,
Everything I had was a hand-me-down.
so I could play soccer before I have to do everything. That they literally just told me like 2 hours ago.
But,
Oh,
okay, so you're not poor,
we don't need you anymore. I'm like, God damn it.
but a calculator is a birthday gift. Okay. I don't quite understand, but okay. It was a nice gift. Okay. I think even with Hargon's brilliance on his bang attack, even with the brilliance, Malluminary hits harder with her typeless. That's how weak Hargon's move is.
No problem.
So I may as well. Oh, okay. Okay, then there you go. You get kilos of chocolate. What do you need anything else for? What kind of chocolate do they grab in France? You guys hop the border
Wow.
and get the Belgian chocolate instead? The Finnish, Flemish chocolate.
I forgot how bad this planet is.
I hear they do a good job making them. Oh, you already got good chocolate in Paris? Oh, you live in Paris.
I think this is the planet that I want to be.
Forgot about that. Okay. It's reasonable.
My God, I don't even have a ladder.
Okay. I live in suburbs where I'm at too. Okay, definitely want to hit Sorrow so I can finish him off later. I heard the traffic there is hard, and if you park your car in Paris, it's gonna get scratched. That's what I heard.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's reasonable. I love how I just give the whole team AIDS and they died. You guys see that? See, that's not acceptable in Arena or GVG because I could have lost points. But in RTM, you're allowed to lose points, and if I could give a whole team AIDS like that, boy, that's a worthy sacrifice. I'm surprised I didn't lose any points today. That's a miracle. I don't know how that happened. Well, I mean, the odds were low, but they weren't that low. I definitely wasn't playing safe at all. I was having fun. Ugh.
Oh, really? That's all you need?
Ugh. Let's see. Alright, we're doing good. Doing good. Mm-hmm. We're up to... Well, once when the matches are over, there's really nothing else. AA. I usually give people an update on my progression farming through the event. Or my gems. I'm at like 35.6k gems. Stuff like that. I won't have nearly as much as I'll need for all the banners that they're just going to drop on us. But I don't think most people do either. So, is what it is. I talk about drama. You seem to like drama AA, but there hasn't been any. It's funny. It's almost like somebody disappears. And all the drama's gone. People said Kage was to blame for the drama, but I don't know. He enjoys it, but that doesn't mean he's the one starting it. Like I mean, things have been super quiet. I wonder why. I really wonder why. Unless if you're gone, because I could be talking to nobody right now. I don't know. But yeah, today I was. He usually makes it worse. I guess. If, if there's any fun to be had with it. But yeah. But he doesn't. Yeah, there you go. No, he doesn't cause it. People get that mixed up though. They think he causes it sometimes, and it's like, no, he likes getting mixed up in it. Not, causing it though. That's kind of different. Man, he piles on you. Man. I went to Raising Cane's today. Their food's okay if you get a lot of sauce. If you get like a lot of sauce, you ask them for extras and then you douse your like chicken sandwich or whatever with it, then it's good. You know what they did give me? Every restaurant I go to, I get like no ice. First of all, because it's like it kind of hurts my teeth. But also, half of that shit's just water. So I don't like that. So I usually get no ice. I get this drink. It's fucking watered down. It's like they added water to it. Yeah, but apparently, if you keep smothering too many things in garlic, apparently Italians get mad at you. Not American Italians, but Italians from Italy. They don't use that much garlic. I was watching a YouTuber, Vincenzo's Plate or whatever it was called. He kept getting mad at all these Americans for putting so much garlic in like Italian food.
Ah, fuck you.
Hey, who cares? They're not here. There you go. Italians, man. Italians from Italy. They're so weird, so specific. They'll make the exact same things, like dough, pasta, like the same ingredients in a few, like, very different variations, cheese, egg, tomatoes, sofrito, yeah, onion and garlic. I honestly think Italians use more onion than they do garlic. It seems that way. People overestimate, I guess, how much Italians use garlic. American Italians, yeah, of course, garlic. But Italians, I think it's more about like sofrito and onion, really. So you think like carrot, celery, onion, right? That's sofrito. But yeah, that's what they're doing. They put that in everything. Depends where the Italian's from. Yeah, so they just do dried meats, not dried meats, processed cured meats and other things. Cheese, variations of stuff with potato, stuff with flour, stuff with tomatoes. And if you get the order wrong, they get mad at you. Oh, Southern Italy's where they have the mostly American dishes? Hold on, let me read that again. It's considered peasant food. It's funny, though. A lot of the peasant food is enjoyed by everybody now. Everyone likes a good pizza, even rich people. I'll be honest. I like a New York style pizza over like a Chicago pizza. New York style, even Neapolitan. I really like those kind of pizzas. I don't like the deep. I like it as like not as a pizza. You're eating it like almost like you're eating like a casserole or something, which is fine. But it's pizzas. It's I like pizza more than I like casserole. Anything on a flatbread, and when they make those, like Neapolitan style pizzas, that's basically a flatbread. So someone who's Armenian like me, oh, easy. It's so good. Oh man. If I went to Italy to visit, I'd be a happy man. Italian food, as much as I was making fun of it for its simplicity and specificity, it's really good. It's really good. But, like, if you mess up one ingredient, the Italian person's gonna lose their fucking mind. Why are you putting balsamic vinegar? That's meant for salad, not pasta. Oh, they'll get angry. They'll do something like that, they'll get angry. I bet you, though, if you don't mess with their dish, no, you basically, let's say you make their dish, right? But you don't call it the same name. You call it something else. Not even using an Italian word. You use it entirely like a Chinese word or some other word to describe the dish. And you give it to them, they'd probably eat it and be like, "Oh, this is really good." But the second you gave it the Italian name and you fucked something up, they're gonna be super pissed. But you tell them it's something else, and they'd be completely happy. They'll be like, "Oh, it's similar to this other thing we have, but this is your own thing." I don't know. I just find that funny that they could be disgusted with a thing of food that was made wrong, you know? But if it was like a different dish, they'd be completely fine. You know, Armenians have different ways of making like pasta dishes. One of the ways that we use like pastas that are dried and like sent to Armenia, we'll actually fry it. We'll fry the pasta or we'll bake it with like oil on it until it gets this caramelization and browning on it. And then we'll cook it with the water. Sure, it's not creamy and starchy, but it has this dark, rich, caramelized flavor from the browning process. And if you want to make it creamy, you could add your own starch afterward. But yeah. So, that's Armenians will make pasta like that instead. Make you some? It's really easy. You just take any pasta, and you just drizzle oil or butter on it. Throw it in the oven, dry. Let it brown a little bit until it almost looks like, I don't know, it's whole wheat pasta or something. Just get a little bit of browning. Flip it at the other side too. A little bit of browning. And then you add the water and you cook it. Throw whatever meat you want on there. If you want it to have a little bit of emulsion, just add starch. But Armenians don't typically. It's just a darker flavor. But if we did that, and an Italian saw us do that, they would think, oh, that's sacrilege. But if we called it a different thing, gave it a different name, and they ate it, I'm sure they wouldn't care. Food is food. Food is food. Honestly, I'm not a picky eater. Italians, French, they'll do like crazy things with texture in food. So again, the exact same ingredients makes one dish, the exact same ingredients makes another dish. The only thing that Armenians do the exact same ingredients for is pastries. Like any Armenian pastry, just about is some variation of flour, maybe eggs, sometimes no eggs, and sugar and butter. Lots of sugar and butter. Some variation. So, pastry is pastry. They can't get too complicated. But, so that's where we get simple. But where we get complicated is like dolma. And these dishes are so complicated. Everyone has their own grandma's. Yeah, exactly. Hard to mess up butter and sugar and pastries. But yeah, so everyone and their grandmother has like a different recipe. So Armenian's not like, Italian, where it's like, you don't do this thing, it's no longer the dish. You can't call it the dish. It's like, nope, in Armenian, we have crazy variations, and it's like two completely different dishes almost with how different they are, but have the same name. Sometimes. Dolma's dolma at the end of the day. But, it's still not as specific as Italian food could be. You know what I mean? And even pastries. Even though our pastries are simplistic, like Italian food is simplistic, people could do their own variation. They might add sour cream into the dough. They might add yogurt while they're making the dough. They might just do milk. They might just do cream. They might add butter, not add butter. Different people do it different ways. But when they make the final product, they still have the same name. Whatever it is. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it's interesting. But, I don't know. I don't hate pasta, cheese, tomatoes, sofrito. All those ingredients that Italians love using, there's nothing offensive for me there. Nothing. Not even squid ink. I've had squid ink pasta and I thought it was amazing. Well, it was cut with vodka, so it's not as dark as a squid ink pasta could be. But it was still pretty. It was like good introduction into squid ink pasta, but it was really good. I mean, really good. I could have been a little drunk, maybe that affected my judgment, but it was really good. I don't know. That's what I like. You go to any of the Mediterranean countries, you can't find an offensive ingredient. You know, you're not big on the ink. I'll eat anything, just about. Just, just about. Like, there aren't a lot of specific ingredients where I'm like, gross, I hate that. Like, maybe horseradish. Horseradish is terrible. I hate horseradish. Don't put that on a steak, man. Don't give me the fake, what do you call it? You've had it, but don't go out of your way for that. Oh, okay. You should get it light. When they cook it with vodka and they don't add too much squid ink, it's actually really good. Maybe you had like the authentic, heavy... No, that's not what you want to do. Yeah, because I started with a light introduction, and it was really good for me. I don't know. I had seconds, you know. I went for seconds. But yeah, so... Traditionalist red sauce. I love red sauce too, I'm not gonna lie. I could douse anything in red sauce. Anything. I have any Armenian soup and I'm just like, it's missing something. I add extra red sauce to it. I have Alfredo rarely. Okay. I mean, a lot of Italian sauces, they don't necessarily even do Alfredo. They'll just add the pasta water into this, into the pasta dish, and then, like add Parmigiano Reggiano or like pecorino cheese until it kind of combines and makes its own kind of like cream. But yeah, Alfredo, you have to add cream to Alfredo to make Alfredo. But like Italians, they just like it from Italy. Italy, they'll just straight up use cheese and pasta water. They won't even add anything to it. They won't add olive oil. They won't add butter. They're just straight up. That's all they do. And that maximizes the cheese flavor. Yeah, some other pastas will have butter, but a lot of them don't even add butter. They just add the pasta water, so that way the starch emulsifies the fat from the cheese as the cheese is melting. And they don't overcook it when they add the cheese. They add it towards the end, and it kind of just combines, makes it creamy. I actually like that. That's really good. I prefer that over like a heavy cream kind of Alfredo. It's nice having a creamy Alfredo, but then you got to add a lot of salt. I mean, you got to add a lot of salt to balance it out. And just the flavor's really light. Made from the cheese wheel. Yeah. Cheese, pasta made in the cheese wheel. It's a little unnecessary because like you could just carve it from the cheese wheel and add it. You don't have to make it in the cheese wheel. It's just a little gimmicky, for me. The ingredient's the same. It's still cheese. It's not magically different because it's in a cheese wheel. It is fun. It is fun. That's why I call it gimmicky. And if you're doing it with friends, that's all the more fun. Like you go to an expensive restaurant, the chef whips out like a giant cheese wheel on the table, just throws it on there, puts the pasta in there, mixes it. Come on, that's really cool. It's the carbonara sauce. Yeah. Man, now I'm hungry. I'm eating food and I'm craving Italian food. That's on my short list. It's like Greece and Italy is where I want to go for vacationing. Greece especially, man. That would have really good food for, gut health and whatnot. Again, anything in Greece probably fits my palate because I'm Armenian. There's no offensive ingredients there. There's nothing there in Greece that I couldn't possibly, like. Yeah. Greece sounds good. It's just a damn shame that Greek food isn't more popular in the States. Because I feel like it should be. Greek food, Armenian food, if we could get that popular in the States, man, I would be super happy. It kinda is. I mean, kinda. Not a whole lot. Like, I could only think of one kind of big-ish fast food chain. What do you call it? Petra. Like, that's the only big-ish chain I could think of. Or Opa, or whatever it's called. It's like Cheers. That's what the translation would be. They're pretty good. But, you know, you have a food, Greek food like a gyro. Yeah, there are a lot of gyro places. It's just not as popular as shawarma or something. But yeah, gyro. You know what gyro tastes like? It tastes like a sausage patty. It tastes like a sausage patty. It's just ground beef or pork or both. They just add a higher fat content. You know, like a burger patty is like 80-20, 15-70, like 85 for the lean and fat. But when you're doing sausage, you're adding like more and more fat. Like a lot until it makes the color of the meat really light. So, it's nothing that we don't already have. Oh, I love lamb. I love lamb. It's not like the best meat ever, but it's really good. And then gyros, I love gyro, but in reality, we already have it in America. It's called a sausage patty. Too fatty for you? The lamb or the gyro? Because technically, sausage patties are, again, like I described, fattier. They take the fat, like 70% fat, or maybe not 70%, and they mix it with the lamb. I'll describe it this way. So lamb has to be eaten quick. Lamb fat solidifies really, really quick. So beef fat stays melted at pretty low temperatures. It doesn't have to be too hot. But sheep's fat, that's a lot harder to cook. Kibe? Man, anything is good, man. Kibe, bring it on. Bring it on. Where's my other? Do you like kibe?
Is it automatically? Oh no. I gotta go back.
You've never had it? Well, I don't call it kibe. We call it kufta. And this style of kufta, we call it ishli kufta. So, my grandma is fucking phenomenal at making these. If I'm ever visiting somebody and I want to take them Armenian food, I'm going to bring frozen kibe, as you guys call it. Yeah, I know they call it kibe over there. But Armenians call it kufta, which is, I guess, other countries call kofta, or whatever, Kofta, but we call it kufta. And this is a bulgur wheat, and then they stuff meat inside. And as you're eating it, you could cut these in half, and you have a half, and then you squeeze lemon juice. Because it has an inside and an outside, it will hold the lemon juice. And then you take a bite into them. It's really good. Or, yeah. My grandma will process like hundreds at a time and like give it out during holidays and whatnot. People commission her to do that occasionally, and then she sends the money to Armenia to her family. Maybe I should offer up a service to any viewers in this channel. You guys could get some of her kufta, so she has money to send to Armenia. It'll be for a good cause. Nah. You could buy frozen kibe at any Middle Eastern restaurant. I mean, not restaurant. Middle Eastern market place or like a grocery store or something. Or a mini mart kind of situation. And you could
Oh, good. I'm finally starting a store.
yeah. You could get that frozen anywhere. And Armenians freeze this all the time. It's really like having a frozen meatball. You know, a stuffed kind of meatball with ground meat inside that you could use just whenever. You could throw it into a soup if you want. Hey, we got Ghost Packet. You missed me? I thought you got a lot of me. You got quite a lot of me. How could you miss me? I'm right here. It's a hot packet. Hey, now I'm doing Trop's tank top kind of situation here. Showing off a little bit of the like a hot pocket. That's funny because I am a lot smaller, so hot pocket makes a lot more sense. I'm only 5'7", guys. I'm pretty short. But yeah, so there is an Armenian soup that we will make with yogurt. And my grandma makes a version of this soup because typically this is like a meatless soup. You'd eat it for Lent. Short but hair, like an Italian, like someone from South Italy, you know, like Sicilian. They're the same. Armenians are fairly short and hairy, generally speaking, but we're really good at wrestling, so we could still kick your ass.
Pretty rough.
Man. Any other culture being surrounded by 4 like Muslim countries would have been eradicated. Poodle crossed with a werewolf. I like that. The poodle has a more fun, gentler side than the werewolf. So it's just not, you know, so I'm not just all bloodthirsty and killer. You could see me wrestling other men. Yeah, there you go. You sound like Kage now. That was quick. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's right there with you. Too bad I didn't do much wrestling in high school. I got academic probation for not having high grades. And I was really late to wrestling. Really late start. I did it in what was it, junior year of high school? I had like a month. His voice is easy to imitate. Not just his voice. His how do you say it? His speech, right? The words, his vocabulary, his you could make a bot out of the guy. He's hilarious. But yeah. Exactly, his sayings, his phrases, his zingers. But yeah. So I wasn't so into wrestling. I never got the chance. Always, you know, I started late. But it was funny because I was better at wrestling than some of the other people. I would get them to this point because I didn't learn too much wrestling. It was like a month of wrestling. I would get like the top person, whoever it was, into the position where I'd want him, and I didn't know how to finish. Like I didn't know what to do from there. It's like, okay, what's the next step? I don't know what the next step is. I don't know how to pin somebody because I don't know what the technique is to do that. But I got him here, you know, and every time I get him here and then I don't know how to get it farther. You want a bot to take it up the ass? I guess I must have read that late. Didn't connect for me. So what you're saying is you want a bot to take you up the ass. I missed the comedic timing for that. I apologize. I talked right past that. Let me read what Kage wrote though. I was just watching Madgaru over here on the side. Okay, so let's find my own stream and chat away here. Let me read what Kage wrote. Okay, why are you lying about not knowing how to fish a man? I was talking about wrestling. But yeah, I got the man into position, but didn't know how to finish. Exactly. Yes. There you go. All of this is like perfect Kage bait. Your parroting pack, I definitely know how to finish. But yeah, no, I'm serious though. Like when I took wrestling, I didn't know what to do, but I'd always get them there. Like they couldn't do anything to me, but I would always get them there. Ghost is in love, basically. Look at him. He's always in my DMs, guys. He's always in my DMs. I don't know. I didn't solicit these conversations. You know, it's all just always in my DMs. I don't know what the deal is. So you were the bottom. No, I hold them, but I didn't like. Okay, anyone could what's the word? Anyone can try to shoot, you know, and try to what's the word? Sprawl and do all those other things. But it's like, okay, how do you finish the move, you know? I don't know, man, but every time I was there. I just needed to learn more techniques and whatnot. Cuz like I was only 1 month in. And then I switched schools after the whole I got academic probation because it's like I don't like doing homework. I'll be honest. I just ace tests and do whatever the fuck I want. But I left that school and kind of did this like separate program, and I did 19 semester courses in 1 semester. It should have been, you know, typically you could only finish 6 courses in 1 semester, and I did 19. So I left that school and then graduated really early. So my wrestling career was cut short. See. Pack slid into my DMs when I told one angry bloke in the main chord that people ranting about boycotts do nothing to the that was hilarious though. That was hilarious. It went over all of their heads. You said that, okay, you basically were saying that people complained and they spent money anyway in Gears of War or something like that. And what happened? They were all complaining about the whole money thing. And then next second later, they were posting and going goo goo gaga over, what was it? Phoenix unit from JP. It just went over their head. It was pathetic. The timing was hilarious. Yeah, it happens to every company, basically. But the Gears one was the example that you were citing. Like you didn't even have to say it. You didn't even complete the thought. The thought was Gears of War, this is what happened. And the completion of the thought would be, I bet you, I'm not saying it's right or wrong is what you were saying. You're saying, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it how it is, man. I bet you it's going to happen here too. You didn't have to say it. You didn't even complete the thought because before you did, they were already moving on to something else. It was hilarious. It was watching Nib be authentically Nib or Tukey be authentically Tukey. Just behaving like an absolute robot.
that you could predict him. Yeah. Nib being authentically white. I don't know. Maybe he has something mixed in there and he just doesn't want to admit it. I don't know. All Nib needs to do is admit he has a problem, go to therapy, and realize that he has some sort of, like disadvantage. The compartmentalization that he said, oh, that's an advantage. Not really, though. He probably does. He might have a little Jew in him. That would make his day, wouldn't it? That would make his day. Like, do you remember that Jewish YouTuber that I sent you? Me and AA talk from time to time, but do you remember that one Jewish YouTuber I sent you? Looked exactly like Nib did in one of his little things. It looked like Nib. Pack work was awesome. Worked the Saturday as well, and now working 3 shifts a week till the end of the month. Saturday is 50% more pay. Sunday is 100% more pay. Always doing 1 weekend day. That's nice. Well, yeah, he's just what part of it? What part of it are you in? You mentioned it, but something came up that suited you because you're not in the managerial role. The cellar door host for the winery, the chateau. There's a famous chateau in Ghost's area. It has this stupid name, but it's a very famous chateau, and they got it up and running again, and they're producing wine and stuff. Chateau Tanunda, from the Nine Down Under, Tanunda. So you're a vampire in your castle. Been running since 1890. Nice. Oh, okay. So current owners, it's 1998. Well, I'm at least older than that, so that's not bad. Well, there you go. Pretty much a vampire. But yeah, that's not bad. Greet people on their way in. Sure beats Walmart greeter. And then then you get those. Yeah, the perks are nice too. Free wine allowance. He hands out stickers. Nice. Okay, the question I have then is, do you make it home before your wife gets home? Do you make it home before she gets there? Oh, you got $500 of wine just for your free thing? Wow. Usually just walk to her car. She's close enough that you could walk to her car? So you walk to her car, and then she drives you to both home. Herself and you. He needs to stay barefoot in the kitchen. Okay. But do you always make it to her car before she's out of work? Have you ever been stuck in work and she was already on her way home? Or has that never happened yet? Oh, she was in the city, but she wasn't home. She was in the city, but she wasn't home. Did you get home first? But usually we'll match up. The point is that she came home to her wife ready for her. And that's the important part. Her wife was ready for her at the home when she got there. That's all that matters. You could take, your little job and do what you want, but as long as you're there ready and awaiting to greet her. You need to do wine tasting while your spouse makes all the money? That sounds great. How do we kill Ghost and take his place in life? It's like everyone's ultimate goal is just being Ghost.
I feel like that's the direction a lot of men are going in these days. They don't give a shit about like being ambitious. Some of them. It's interesting how things have changed. Coworkers and boss are all competent. One would hope. One would hope, right?
Yeah, you guys only get happy customers then, because... And if I was Kage, I would say happy and white or something as a joke, because there's no black people or whatever. Or some sort of joke. I feel like that's what Kage would have said in this case. Yeah, because there's no black people there now, or something like that. Something horrible. But yeah, people are happy with the wines and the prices. It's nice. You guys have a chateau and they're not being super elitist about it. I mean, because you're thinking about, oh, and the roster is done a month in advance. Yeah, I got it. The rooster was done in a month in advance. Got it. So, yeah, no pretentious kids, shockingly. Oh, there you go. You'd think with like a person, like what would you call it? Like a specialty wine, right? They're not like a mass production, right? They're not that huge. You'd think with something that scale that perhaps it would come with a bigger price tag. Part of a certain guild. I don't know. Because currently, we're having no issues with our certain guild. And I couldn't be happier. Speaking of current guilds, not my guild. Okay. I don't know who would be the... oh, those pretentious dickheads. I got it. So you weren't going with the nib narrative of AW being elitist. You're going with the other narrative. With the other guild. 2 turn, 2 units only brought in. Oh, nice. Gem Slime Road is faster for me than DQ1. So, there are 2 roads, battle roads, that you can perfect in one action currently. Okay. There are 2 roads that you could actually one action clear if you have a max awakened unit. That's the only caveat here. So actually, if you have a max awake gem slime, that road that you mentioned, you could actually one turn it at max awake. Oh, yeah, yours is 1 awake. So, yeah, you need 2 actions. Other people could do it in just 1. You might need leadership and everything, though. Okay. Here's the other one. I don't have it in 2 actions, but you could have this in 2 actions. What I would need is having Mummy at max awake, so he'd be a little faster, and having his rolling attack at +10. Which, let me see if I could take that to +10. That's expensive. I'm gonna have to do it eventually. Oof, 15k. That's still kind of expensive. That was brutal. Yeah, I don't have enough damage. Again, I need to take this guy to max awake. But other people could 2 action this, and some people could 1 action this if he is max awake. Very nice. Done dubbing the Gold Lions Battle Road. Once he gets to level 90 for the rewards, you'll film parts 6 and 7. Great news, Jacob. Glad to hear it. Let's see. Malevolent Spirit. So, as you can see, that does quite a lot of damage. Now, let's see how much HP he has. 1,000. 38. So, I would need to do, like, 300 plus damage or something per hit here. Like, 333 plus whatever 38 divided by 3 is. Like, a little over 11. So, let's say 33. So, he would have to do 345, let's say. Yeah, 13 roughly. So 345, 346 per hit, and he should be able to kill him. So I just need a few more awakenings. Maybe I could take off the... maybe I could take off the... Let's see. For the claw and give him a different weapon here. But yeah, so I'm only at 278, as you saw there. So I definitely need to get more damage out somehow. But yeah, you could 2 action this. Yeah, I know. He's just too slow. So what you don't know about this is the guy has like 279 agility. 279. There are other units. And if there was a Sizz B rank rolling attack that I could teach somebody, this would clear a lot faster. Or a Zap. So either Sizz or Zap would clear this pretty quickly. Alright, so let's see how much damage I could give this guy without his agility dipping down. Yeah, when I get him 5 awake, because I'm going to get him 5 awake for, what is it, the Reminiscence 1/3 stam cost, permanent thing, change, then he should be good. So that would already boost his attack well more than I would need. But his agility is already too low. See? 207. That's not going to work for me. So, what do I do? I'll do... That's enough agility. How much more attack is that? Like 20 more attack? So not bad. Not bad, not bad. This guy, I could give a little bit of agility down. I'll give him this. Or we'll give him the sword. The sword might be better here. $243. It's a little too slow. Let's make him at 69. 75? It's a little on the slow end. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, we're just testing here. See how much my damage went up by. So I need this, and then awakenings, and we'll see how well this will go. So I don't have Gem Slime, otherwise I would have done the other thing as well, but I don't have him. Okay, so 907, rolling attacks. Doesn't kill him. But we're getting there. Here's the problem. I could miss. Because he has a lot of agility. So he has a lot of agility, so there's a decent chance of missing. So that's the only thing I hate about this road. Honestly, is the fact that I could miss like that. And that I have to give Hargon the leadership. If I don't give him leadership, he's not doing so hot here. Yeah, you're going to need a lot for that to happen, though. Alright, so let's get that completed. Okay. So yeah, that turns into a lot more actions if the rolling attack misses, which is kind of unfortunate because it kind of tends to miss. Not sure what to do about that. Like I said, I'm just going to need more awakenings on this guy. Already have the best possible staff on Hargon, too. It's all potency instead of brilliance. More awake on Hargon. Yeah, I tried his paid banner. I didn't get any more Hargon, unfortunately. I would have loved to. I mean, that's one of the reasons, I'm not going to lie, why I went for him is because of that road. If I could have got more awakenings, it would have been nice. But I'm stuck with this road for quite a while, let's say. Not too long. Again, Reminiscence is around the corner. You have 30k gems? We're also getting 10k gems in logins for, but, you know, it's going to be spaced out, so no, you're not getting it all at once. I would suggest you not spend, anybody looking to spend on the 30k banner, don't spend it all at once. The 48-hour banners disappear after 48 hours. Go for the 48s, the ones that you want. Collect some more gems throughout the month, and then go for the 30k banner. At least put 3k into it at first, just because it's so quick and efficient. At least put 3k. But yeah, I would hold off on the 30k banner until like basically the end when it's going away. Spend the rest on 48-hour banners. 2 steps each for banner is 42k. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have enough for 42k. I'm at 35k, which should be 45k. 45k. I could go 3k into the golden week and then 6k into, I guess, the 48-hour banners. I'll have to tread the waters. If I get a few Sorrow awakenings and I see, okay, one more and I get the 3rd awakening on Sorrow, I might just go in. I might just drop 15k on that, because that would be amazing. But other than that, I think I would probably drop 6k on that. 15 on Diamond, maybe? Because I need Diamond Slime desperately. If I get him in 6k, I'm stopping. You know, if I get him in 3K, I might stop too. Who knows? No. If I get him in 6K, I'll stop. If I get him 3-6, I'll stop at 6. But yeah, I need Diamond Slime on my account, I'm pretty sure, at this point. Okay, so, oh, we're almost halfway there. Huh. I guess those paid banners really paid off, didn't they? This next part's going to be really slow. This next part's going to be slow because technically the crunch is over with this next event. These will be the last paid banners that I'll spend on, other than like the 50 unit banners. Those paid banners I'll go for. But this is going to be like the last paid banners that I'll be doing. Maybe just tact cards, because those are pretty efficient. But yeah, I'm on my last legs here for paid banners, it looks like. So I might do 1 or 2 more F packs here, and then call it quits for quite a while. We'll see. But yeah, so I know I'm basically at the halfway point, but that's also telling me that I'm probably... Oh, wait, if we're getting these 48-hour banners, those give you a lot. Those give you a lot of these coins, so that's going to be a nice boost. But yeah, after that, everything's going to be slowing down for me for quite a bit. So this number here is pretty deceptive. Makes me look like I'll be very close here, like past the halfway pretty soon, but really it's going to be the longer stretch here. So it's funny, I should have already had it. But I've spent so many on the all-purpose tomes. I've probably bought like 100 all-purpose tomes. Probably. I'm not gonna lie. I've probably spent 100 on all-purpose tomes. Which is really just 500 regular tomes. And when you think about it, 500 regular tomes, it's not really worth the amount that I put into it. But at least it saves you gold too. So 500 regular tomes, plus you're spending 1/5 the price using them. So not bad. Not good, but not bad. So yeah. So I saved, on having to farm 500 tomes, on having to spend 400 tomes worth of gold on 400 tomes worth of tomes, let's say. Because I only pay the price of 100 instead of 500. So that's 400 less. So, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't worth it, let's say. Because I would have already had one of these. I would have had one ready for Erdrick, I guess. Oh, well. I'll use the ticket on him later. You have 75k ready for Hero Erdrick and Shenlong. And you wish you have Jessica Awakened. You have 3 more to go there. And when you get it, you'll save for the Hero of the Cursed King whenever he gets announced. Cursed King. I never finished describing to AA the Armenian soup with the... I don't even know if AA is still here, but... describing the Armenian soup with the kibe that she was discussing. But what we would call ishli kufta. So the soup consists of yogurt. You could add cracked wheat, or you could do bulgur. You could do rice in the soup. So again, this is the meat version. There's a meatless version that would be kind of for Lent. But yeah, the oh man, the yogurt provides like a sourness to the soup that pairs so well with meat. I know I have like non meat eaters and non like dairy here, but oh, it's so good. It's like it will replace pot because you're like, okay, something with meat and like this kind of stuff, but it's not a red sauce. I'm telling you, it's better than most of the red sauce based soups out there. Better. Better, 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 better. It's so damn good. Oh, if you guys could just have some. Oh man, I would sell that in a store in a heartbeat. The meat version. Oh, the vegetarian version's not as good. It's just not. It's good. It's just not as good. It has celery, it has onion, the bulgur, the yogurt in the soup. It's like a. It's called. Let me look up the soup. It's called. Hold on. Armenian. Sabas. And here's the thing. It's called sabas, but bas means Lent. Sabas. So it's kind of it's kind of fitting for Lent, you know? It's a yogurt-based soup. Traditional dish in Armenia. Matsun, yes. Whole wheat. The husks have to be removed. Yes. I've never thrown egg or an egg yolk. I've never done that, but that would be smart because it would help with the emulsification. But I've never seen that happen. Some people just have it watery rather than have it emulsified. I've never seen the egg in there. Sometimes a green leaf, because it's like, okay, you're throwing cracked wheat in there. The starches from the wheat already mix into the soup, and they emulsify the yogurt with the soup, so it already kind of happens. But yeah, egg would definitely make it even better. So yeah, you use coriander, which would be what's the word? Hamem, cilantro. There you go. Cilantro. So you throw in cilantro, mint, sometimes mint. The mint is like, honestly, for me, is like optional, but the cilantro is required. So you could do green leafy vegetables, spinach, but my family does it usually with the chopped up celery. And then some people could serve it with the meatballs. So the meatballs aren't meatballs, they're kufta, ishli kufta. Ishli kufta is the way to go with this soup. Like, I don't even know how to spell that. Kufta. There you go. Oh my god, this is so good. Herine's cooking. I have it on ×2 speed, so if the music sounds strange, that's probably why. So she's like an American Armenian, probably Los Angeles, if I had to guess. I always forget things. I don't know if it's the age or something else. What we making? So what we make for our comfort soup. If you can follow my channel, last year about this time of the year, I made this. We gotta give Herine a subscription here. Down below this video where you can watch how this is made. We also make a soup from this with this meatballs, should I say, or anyways. Look at my body. Look at my feminine physique here. Look at my feminine physique here, guys. It's 2022. Come on, guys. This is what we're living for. I love the accent. It's hilarious. I don't know. So she's using the rice instead of the whole wheat. So that's another option, is rice. It's a lot lighter. But the whole cracked wheat, it's really good and it's fluffier. You'd think rice is pretty fluffy, but it's actually more starchy because it's cracked whole wheat. It releases so much into the soup. Oh my, it's so good, guys. And you could do this. You could do this. Someone was asking me about squash. You could put squash in this soup. You could put zucchini in this soup.
And the only difficulty, and I don't want to call this difficult, is the fact that you need to constantly mix this soup. Constantly stir until it comes.
You have to constantly mix it so it stays emulsified so it doesn't curdle.
So I'll add this, and usually, and always I eyeball this, okay? I never ever measure.
See, she
exact measurement. I measured it once.
she never. It's so Armenian.
Basically quite similar, but this one is with rice. And of course you will
So she's using homemade yogurt she probably had in there, or sour cream and yogurt, and then she added water to it, and then she's gonna also add the Greek yogurt for thickness.
Not to bother your ears, as someone made a remark once. So I'm gonna mix this. You close your ears, okay? I just think that this thing mixes flour and yogurt together much better and more.
Flour.
That's why I use this.
This is emulsifying it.
Did you wash your hands? Almost. There's no almost. Okay, so I'll mix this until.
Did you wash your hands? There's no almost.
Now, when Arka's hands are nice and clean and shiny, he's gonna help me. Okay, so I'm going to add the rice. Good. Yeah, very good. And you can mix it first. Okay, mix it slowly. And then little by little, see, I don't want to waste the rice either. Little by little, I'll add my hot water. And as soon as we're done with adding the water, I'll place it over the heat, constantly stir until it comes to a boil. And then we'll go from there, right? Right. Okay, mix it. Yeah. Now we're done mixing, and my big helper wants to put the thing by himself, because he's a big boy now. How old are you, Arka? How old? 5. Yeah.
Arka?
He thinks that it's time for him to do big things. So on high heat, you guys are going to stir this until it comes to a boil. And then as it comes to a boil, we're gonna drop our meatballs in there. And then let it cook. Huh? You wanna drop them? Yeah, you're gonna drop them, but you need to wait, okay? And it really depends how many you want to put in there. Doesn't like depending on the quality of your guests. Quantity and quality of your guests. Who wants how many? Usually 2, 3 is enough. Okay, so I'll cook this until it comes to a boil. I said it 100 times. Arka is a huge hockey fan and Clippers fan. And okay, and he sometimes listens and turns down the volume when his favorite team is playing. He has to watch. He's cheering, singing. He's I love you, Arka. Okay, and this came to a boil. So this is the time when you need to go ahead and add your meatballs. I add, according to my guests' quality. I'm just kidding. I don't have any guests. I'm going to add everything. This is my soup.
Oh, it's so good. Because okay, you have to understand the meatballs, the ishli kufta, in this soup. When you're serving ishli kufta by itself, you serve it with a lemon, and you squeeze the you either bite into your meatball, because it's all ground meat inside. The outside is like bulgur mixed with meat. The inside is just meat, basically, and seasoned meat, ground beef. And you'll cut it. You'll squeeze a lemon into it for sourness. But this is yogurt soup, so it already has that sourness. Oh, it's just. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how good this soup is. I go crazy for this stuff. I would have this over Italian red sauce stuff any day. This is better this is better than Alfredo. Some people like white sauce based stuff. This is better than that, in my opinion. There's just the sourness with the meat. It's just such a nice pairing. It's refreshing. The soup itself, especially if you have it without meat, then it's really, really refreshing. You add mint, it's even more refreshing. But I don't know. This is just something about umami, acid, just goes so well with meat. Just so well. I don't know what it is. It's just. I don't like a lot of sourness and some stuff like coffee. Some people like sour coffees. Have like the bean itself has more sourness. I don't like that. But when we're talking about a soup like this, or meats, or sauce going on meat, sourness. Oh, now she's adding the red pepper. So you could split the. You could also split the meatballs, the ishli kufta, and all the ground meat goes into the soup.
Incredibly yummy. That's the word I found, okay? And it's easy to make. Even these meatballs are easy to make.
It is easy to make, yeah.
And the soup, the only thing you need to find
if you form it wrong, though, it's easy to misform ishli kufta.
Hope you guys try this. And let me know how you like it, because this is amazing. I just want to break one of those meatballs so you can see how it looks inside if you never
Oh my
tried
goodness.
it. It's like meat stuffed with meat. super delicious. And
Oh.
rice with this yogurt soup. Soup is, I don't know who thought to combine meatball and yogurt soup. It's delicious. So good.
Oh, it's so good.
Enough. He's doing pack
It's so good.
and all our
I feel bad for Jewish people that they can't eat the soup because it mixes dairy with meat. You know, some sects probably don't like mixing meat and dairy. They'll keep separate dishes for meat and dairy. Separate pots for meat and dairy. But this, oh my goodness. If I could serve a Jewish person who's going past that, any dish, I would serve them this. And they'd be like, this is what we've been missing out on. Oh, it's so good. You guys have no idea. Alright. Alright, that's enough raving and ranting from me. Did the chat disappear? Oh, no one was commenting. But yeah. Ishli Kufta, man. Ishli. Oh. I should send this to AA. Because AA, you know, can't buy this probably, but it's easy to make. It's really easy to make. And there are a lot of Middle Eastern marketplaces. You could, you know, find one somewhere. So, Madgaru's still streaming. Ooh. I don't like Crowder anymore, man. Weird dude. Why is he always trending? He's always trending. Alright, we could go back to the game now, though. I wonder how many of y'all I lost, but that's, yeah. I just love that soup. It's like one of my favorites. It's like, gosh, okay. Especially like homemade yogurt. You get the right strain of yogurt. It's a different experience. It's a different experience. I'll just say that. And there's so many variations you can do. So many variations. Like I said, some people like the celery. And maybe an Italian could add sofrito to this soup, and I'm sure they would love it. Carrot, celery, onion. You could totally do that for this soup. Totally. It would actually go very well. Maybe I could do that. Maybe add like a few variations. I always like modifying things and making them better, especially if you knew the thing and you're familiar with the Armenian palate like I am. I know what I could add that wouldn't ruin a dish and still kind of maintain something and improve upon it. Because I know what people are going for when they're making these things. So I'm pretty sure I'd be able to improve it. Anyways, I think I chatted up a storm. Fun conversations all around. Thank you guys for tuning in, and this has been The Pack. And if you want to join The Pack with The Pack, go ahead and subscribe down below. If you like this video, then like this video. If you have something to say, write it down in the comments down below. If you want to support the Arena Chronicles, hit that bell icon for notifications, guys. This ain't Twitch. Join Kage's Gaming Discord server for all the best underground DQT conversations. And join my server for all the best DQT guides. Anyways, guys, this has been The Pack signing out. Peace. Okay, there's my eyeball.